I mean, I think being an SDR is probably, in my experience, the hardest part of my hardest part of my whole career. You have no resume. So if I have Eric Jones has 3 goose eggs, and really can't look back at my resume and say, well, he's exceeded quota 13 out of 16 times. Let's give him a break. It's so it's KPI driven, it's activity driven. So let's take social selling for example.
Yeah.
Social selling is not immediately connecting and asking for a meeting and just spraying and praying and saying this is it's 10 paragraphs. Do you have the patience to? I mean, I think the old dashboard is archaic and outdated. Are there new KPIs like maybe not how many meetings you get that week, but maybe that month? And the KPIs are, who are you talking to? Are you talking to C-levels? Are you talking to coordinators? Are you so I feel the pain of social selling and the way it should be, but there's also a lot of pressure on the SDRs to get their KPIs met, right? Week to week. So how do you kind of cross that bridge?
Yeah, and I think that the KPIs are always a tough one, right? It's one where activity, unfortunately, always kind of has to be there to prove that we're trying to get those meetings. But ultimately, what I always tell my team and everybody is, right, like the ultimate KPI that really matters, whether you're measuring on meetings or opportunities, it's really that fundamental, that final one, right? So whether you're getting it from 1,000 cold calls or 20 cold calls, to me it doesn't really matter. I think that you can own that strategy as a BDR, right? Ultimately, if you're getting to that final quota number, however you do it, right? Find your voice, whether that's email, being super tactical, or whether that's your volume play, or whether you're just connecting cell phone call, blitzing person, whatever it is. Do that, right? Whatever gets you to success best, right? You said it at the beginning, right? We're colorful people, so it's kind of hard to say like, hey, the math formula is you got to do 100 of these and 200 of these a week and another 1,000 emails, right? Like that's really all hypothetical and theoretical, and really no one really has the formula. There's people out there that can really tell you. You can throw in, download some content, whatever data sheets or white papers to give you some indication of really how many you should be measuring for. But at the end of the day, really all that matters is, are we getting to that final number?
Yeah.
And if so, what's your strategy, right? I have some BDRs that are fantastic at just hammering out calls, right? They love calling, talking to people on the phones.
They're cold, or they're
cold.
They have some intent.
Yeah, there's some that are just super tactical about researching through Salesforce, LinkedIn, and it's like, hey, you're the right person. I'm gonna send you a nice, quick, easy note, and they both get success, right? So who am I to be telling hey, no, do less of what's helping you be successful and do more of this, right?
Yeah.
That being said, though, right, if you're not getting to that final number, we should always be looking at what's working for the other team members and kind of calibrate from there, right? So it's always kind of a catch-22, because if the success isn't there, we gotta inspect activity or look at activity, but not all activity is created equal. Is really what it comes down to.